Do you need big money? As the president and CEO of Wilsey Asset Management, Brent Wilsey has the answers. Good morning, Brent. There's so many people who need money. People are hurting, and maybe they've got a home with equity in it, and they need to know what their options are. 401k, do you pull from that?
Yeah, there's so many different options, but I do want to distinguish between a need and a want. Now, a want is where that would be a European vacation, a shiny new car. A need would be you have a uninsured loss on your home. Sometimes your home is not insured, you got to get it fixed. Maybe it's something medical that your medical insurance doesn't cover. These are needs, because when you take money from these areas, you are going to hurt yourself long term. So you got to really think about this hard. The first one, the most easiest if you own a home, is a HELOC, home equity line of credit. So you go to the bank, you say, I want to borrow against my home. You can borrow against a home. Depending on the home, you could get $100,000, maybe $200,000. If you use that money for something on your home, it's tax deductible. If you use it for that European vacation, sorry, it's not tax deductible. You're going to pay the interest on that. So that's one option, probably the easiest, because your home backs it up. I will say you do have to have income. If you have no income and you have a home, you're not going to be able to get this home equity line of credit. You have to have income. Another one that you can do that maybe is a little bit better if you have equities in a brokerage account is what's called an S-block, securities-backed line of credit. Now this one here, this you can borrow against your equities. Now the interest rate may or may not be deductible depending again on the circumstances that you use this money for. The nice thing about it is that it won't hurt the return of your portfolio, and you can have this money. And also too, when you do an S-block, it's not reported on your credit report. So that's a nice thing to have. And you don't have to pay these back, but you want to pay them back if you can based on certain financial circumstances.
Okay, what if somebody's got money in a 401k? Is it wise to pull out of that?
This is the most difficult one, because people see this large chunk of money. I got $200,000, I got $400,000. It's just sitting there. Gee, I can use that for this. I tell people, do not do that, because we see people at the end of retirement and they don't get the retirement they want because 20 years ago they took money out from the 401k. It wasn't there to compound. Well, people say, but yeah, I can borrow against my 401k. That's not a great deal either, because what happens when you borrow against your 401k, and people always say this, well, I get to pay myself back. Yeah, you might pay yourself back 6 or 7%, but had that been invested, you would have got 15, maybe 20%. So don't feel good about it like, well, I'm just going to pay myself back. What a great deal. It is not a great deal. And then worse than that is when people will pull against their 401k. And if they're under 59.5, they're going to pay a penalty of 10% to the IRS plus taxes on that money. And what that can do, say you pull out $100,000, you're making $100,000, now you've bumped yourself into a higher tax bracket. So you're gonna pay more in taxes. And I've seen people take 3 years to get caught back up, because then they had to borrow again the next year to pay the taxes for the next time. So you wanna be very careful. Do not use your 401k. That is designed for retirement. As I said, it's only for a really, really bad need.
Okay, in the minute or so we got left, personal loan at the bank.
Personal loan at the bank, you can go to the bank and say, hey, I need, you know, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. The bank, if they do have personal loans, check into it and see what they can give you for the rates.
Loans online, Credit Karma, NerdWallet, Quicken, Upstart?
Yep, those are another place you can go online. I want to tell people, be careful, because when you start applying for all these loans, it's going to start hurting your credit score, because you put all these out here, they're going to say, oh, well, wait, this person's trying to get money, your credit score is going to fall. So don't be tempted to get a lot of different places. Really find the best first, then apply for the loan.
How about credit cards?
Credit cards, easy to get, terrible interest rate. I think it's now, what, 18%?
Way up there.
Yeah, it's got to be a really, really important need.
Or you can borrow from friends and family.
I would tell you on the other side, clients come in and say, hey, my son, my daughter, my brother wants to borrow money. I say, don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, because I've had friends since I was in elementary school. I've never loaned them money, and we stay friends because you never have that financial problem in there.
Very good point. All right, Brent Wilsey. Thanks a lot, Brent.
You're welcome.
SmartInvesting2000.com, right?
That's the website, SmartInvesting2000.com.
Sign up for the newsletter. It's great.
There we go.
All right, thanks.